All right, today on Unpacked, we're going to get a little whiskey. What we are looking at here today is packaging from the brand Busker Irish whiskey, or the Busker, which, if you know what a busker is, they collect money on the streets for performance. Okay, anyways, all right. So what we have here was just a really interesting looking packaging. So we bought it. We've looked at packaging like this in the past, and there are some reasons that we haven't done it, that we haven't actually launched anything like this, but let's jump in and check it out. So what we've got here is two little tabs, and they've got a little bit of hot glue underneath here, some hot melt adhesive for the industry types. Hot glue for everybody at home. Oh my gosh, they put a little too much on this one. I wasn't expecting this. Holy cow, all right. So they actually put hot glue on the tabs and then shoved the tabs down in these little crevices here, which means that you're shearing the hot glue off, which is really challenging to do. So they lost a point there. Anyways, it's a really cool pack, and what's so most interesting about the pack is when you look at it from this cross section. It's actually just a bunch of layers of corrugated, or again, if you're at home, cardboard. There's a difference, but we're not gonna go into it today. But it's a bunch of layers of corrugated, and they've die cut each of those layers of corrugated a little bit differently to include a handle, to change the size of the containment little knockouts here, to frame out a retaining window frame on the front and the back. Just overall, I mean, it's a really cool, I actually just got their little Busker thing. You carry all your equipment out and you set up, and if that's their reference, I get it. If it's not, I get it. I don't get it. But what they've done is just created this little suitcase looking corrugate box that holds and really displays really beautifully these 3 bottles of whiskey. And they've done a, 4-color print on it. Looks like they've got these, oh, it actually looks digital. Surprised me. How do I know it's digital? Unfortunately, this digital print here is a little fuzzy and grainy, and that was my giveaway. It just didn't have either the separations or the crispness of a flexo print, which is basically like a big stamp that comes down and prints. And so, especially on this brownish color here, they're getting a little bit of fuzzy on the edges, and so this is a digitally printed pack. Which is awesome. We don't see a lot of primary packs that are digital, and it's something that we've been looking for. Happy accident. Inside of this, though, the bottles are just a rectangular 200 ml glass bottles with actually even still a couple of more really cool things that they've done. So this is either pad printed or also digitally printed. The Busker Irish whiskey here on the front, this really looks pad printed. It's pretty. But anyways, the BU Kerr Irish whiskey on the front of this is direct printed on here with something. And then this is like a paper label with gold foiling and some spot gloss. Anyways, this label across here is a paper label. It's got kind of makes it look like it's torn across the top, and the way that it's die cut and printed. They've got spot gloss and foiling and all sorts of stuff on it, and then they've got a clear pressure sensitive on the back. There is a lot going on here in this pack. Overall, I think it's beautifully done. Like it looks gorgeous. Here's the reason that we haven't done something like this in the past, and we've concepted it. It's a lot of material. This is a lot of corrugated to make all of these thick layers. Because it's not just this material here, you got to imagine every one of these windows that gets cut out of here, that gets cut off as scrap, anything on the top or bottom of this, Like, this is ultimately getting cut out of big sheets of corrugated, it's not made in this shape. And so you wind up having a lot of scrap and a lot of material to make one of these packs. Now, liquor is something that can typically afford a little bit higher margin packaging, but from a sustainability lens, completely recyclable. It's a lot of packaging, but it's also gorgeous, and I think they did a really great job with it. If you've got anything, especially in the liquor space, that you think is awesome that we should check out and feature here on the show, let me know. And thanks for watching Unpacked.